How you doing? This is John from John's Long Box. I thought it would be topical to do Invincible #1. I had to find this, move around a lot of boxes. This week I'll be starting construction of my comic book shelf, so I'll be able to find stuff easier. But I found this. I'm happy. Okay, this is Invincible #1. Okay, January 295. Okay, Image Comics. Robert Kirkman, the same author as The Walking Dead. Corey Walker is the artist, and Crabtree, Mrs. Crabtree. I got something heavy on my heart. Okay, girls, acne, homework, supervillains. When you're a teenager, it helps to be invincible. Kind of classic cover. I bought this. I wasn't too sure about this, but Robert Kirkman, he had a lot of credit because of The Walking Dead. I still pick up anything by him and give it at least a couple of issues, and I guess that makes me a fanboy, but he makes good quality comics. Okay, this is the interior. Oh, I didn't know he did the letterer, co-creator. Bill Crabtree was the colorist. Okay, here's the Invincible Volume 1, #1, January 2003. Okay, this is the first splash page. This is the first appearance of Invincible. The first appearance of Invincible was in Tech Jacket #1. There was a preview. That's another Robert Kirkman comic. Okay, I'm just curious. You know, you really ruined my afternoon. All right, that's the. Okay, oh, sorry, I almost dropped the phone. I really liked the Invincible. It was just clean storytelling with classic comic book with a twist. For those of you who watched the first season on Amazon, which is excellent, you know the twist I'm talking about. But it's still new, so I don't want to spoil anything. But just look, a lot of empty space. If you'd notice, this 2003, I think, pretty modern comics. I'll say, even though it's almost 20 years. Jeez, I'm talking about modern comics. But you notice less dialogues. They don't have the yellow caption boxes. No thought balloons. Things have changed. So I mean, an old comic, if I was to reread a comic, it'll take me a good half hour, 40 minutes to read. And Robert Kirkman said in one of his letter pages that he gets mad when people say that they flip through his comics, that we should be devouring the art. But I do. I look at the art, but it's still so quick, you know. It's just, and you pay it more, and you go through fast. I guess I'm sounding like a grouchy old man. But okay, there. Here he is home. That's his mom. Okay, he's on the bowl. And you know what's funny is I read the entire series. I never knew that he was half Asian. I didn't know that she was Chinese until I saw the cartoon. Okay, and it never bothered me. I don't, never thought about it, never cared. Just thought it was a great comic. You know, here he is. Dialogue starting to kick in. You know, that's his friend. Going to school. You know, the art style in the cartoon is very, very similar to the comic. You see, his powers kick in just like in the cartoon. It's about time. And you know, you don't know what's going on. Here, his mom. Interesting name. His father. Whoosh. Nolan Grayson. You know, he's out there. He's trying to see if he could fly, and he flies. Here he is. So, I mean, at the time, this was billed as, what if Spider-Man had the powers of Superman? And I kind of liked it. I didn't think it was breaking any. Keep in mind, this is the first issue, so I don't really know anything about Invincible at the time. And here he is fighting. Here's that stone guy. You know, just like Spider-Man, he has a homemade costume that's no good. The only difference is his father has powers also, so he actually has a mentor to train him. Here's the guy making the costumes for him. You know, he doesn't have a costume right away, so he's designing, here, wear this until he can get a costume. He likes the idea of goggles. He said that in the show. Here he is at school. He's not a super genius. You know, he's got all these physical powers, but he's not a super genius. But you find out that he is clever. He's just not applying himself. Of course, the bully, you know, same old tropes. Okay, I think I skipped a page. Yes, I did. You know, so he actually decks the bully in this. Uses a little bit too much strength. Goes to the principal's office. gets rid of the riot act. He's going to get in trouble. After work, he's going around. I mean, after school, not work. I guess it is work. Here's the setup for the bank robbery. And I skip a page. He takes the getaway car. You guys looking for this? Drop it, freak, or we'll blow you away. I wouldn't try that. I'm invincible. It's the first. Look how quick that was. You know? Letters page, but this being the first issue, they didn't really have any letters yet. So that's this Robert Kirkman talking about it. Is some art. Here's a house ad for Image Comics. One thing I do like about Image is they put all the ads at the back. If you notice, we didn't wallow through ads. Okay, this is a preview for another comic. And this is what they did at Tech Jacket. They gave a preview. So, you know, so he actually used his first appearance in another comic. This is Fire Breather by Phil Hester. And his father was a dragon and his mother was a human. And he didn't want to be a dragon. He wanted to be a human, but he looked like that. So it was Peter Parker, you know, the classic kid in high school, but he looks like a freak and he's super strong. So nobody really bullies him, but nobody's really his friend. It was really good, and it just dropped off. I don't even think they finished the story. I really enjoyed it. Dominion. I know nothing about this. I don't. Keith Giffen. Keith Giffen is love him. He's very polarizing. Sometimes I love him. Sometimes I hate him. He classic on the Legion of Superheroes, but then whatever. He just give him a good. I guess if he puts his mind to it. Oh, Jay Farber. I didn't know this was a Jay Farber comic. Jay Farber, he writes for TV shows now, but he did one of my favorite comics, Noble Causes, and then Dynamo 5. Oh, and he did so many comics. Just he really wanted to make a hit, and he kept trying different things, and if it didn't work, he'd switch to something else. But just good. I get anything by Jay Farber, so I didn't know anything about this venture. I got to look it up. Clockwork. Matt Smith. Okay, I don't know anything about that. Here's the back cover. You know, here's the Mauler twins that you see so much in the comic, number 2. So this was excellent. I don't want to say much about the story. Those of you who saw the cartoon, you know where this is going. But here it is. This is Invincible #1. This is the actual physical comic. It went over 100 issues. It was just excellent. There was no bad point. And I say once you got comfortable with where the story trajectory was going, boom, left turn, and you didn't see it coming. I just love that. You know, the Walking Dead I thought got predictable after a while, and I just bought all the comics out of Momentum. And you know, I thought there was a pattern. Oh, we could be safe here. Oh, zombies attack. They get scattered to go someplace. Oh, we could be safe here. Zombies attack. Okay. The only change up with the Walking Dead was, oh, now we're fighting humans, and you know. But I do like in the comic that they learned how to wrangle the zombies. That was pretty cool. But we're talking about Invincible. But Robert Kirkman, solid quality writer. Outcast was great. Thief of Thieves was great. I'm currently reading Die, Die, Die. There's one thing I don't like about it, but I don't want to get into that. But Die, Die, Die is good. And I know there's other comics that he did. But he's a solid writer. He's got a lot of credit for as far as I'm going. This was excellent. I recommend. These are expensive comics to get. These are early 10 issues. The first 10 issues are like $100 a piece or so. So get the trade paperbacks. I recommend reading them. They're different than the shows, but still excellent. Still excellent. The show's excellent. They changed a little. As you see, Adam Eve wasn't introduced right away. She's comes along in a couple of issues, and you don't even see Omni-Man. You see him in a civilian identity. And Omni-Man, Nolan, he was a science fiction writer in the comic. They never really gave him a career so far. And that became a big plot device later on, that he wrote science fiction. So, I don't know, maybe they'll introduce that in season 2, but whatever. All right, this is Invincible. Good comic, good run, solid. And I noticed that the eye on his chest was also the logo for Image Comics, so I almost didn't get it because of that, because I thought it was just, I don't know, a shameless plug or something. But I'm glad I got it because it was a very good run. All right, see ya. This is Invincible by Robert Kirkman.